Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon.
Oops. And hello, welcome to Let's Sip and Talk with Freema. It is Sunday. We're ready to start our work week. Christmas is next week. I hope everybody shopped and finished shopping because these stores are really crazy. Nope. I didn't go in any stores. I did online shopping. I did not go out. So if the packages be late, I'm sorry. I hope you guys understand for the ones that I ordered gifts. Anywho, today is going to be a great show. And I'm assuming, I'm speaking this into existence, that we'll have a part 2 because we have a belly dancer on today. And I want to learn how to do it. Hopefully I'll be in shape, by the time we can do a part 2 and have a session. Today we have on Shari. So let's see a little about her and bring her on to the show. Woo! All right, all right, all right. Hey, nice to meet you. And is it Shari? Is that correct?
You know what? Everybody I know from the South, because I'm originally from Florida, says Shari, but it's Shari.
Shari. Okay, I'll mess up a name in a heartbeat. So, Shari, how did you start? And it is a belly dancer, right? Like, what made you even want to do this?
So I had a friend, I'm a teacher, and I had a friend at my job, and she was like, come with me to this class. And it was back in 2009. And I was kind of like, okay, what is this really about? Like, I didn't know much about belly dance. So I went to the class with her, and it was an immediate love. Like, immediately, I was like, what is this? I need to be doing this all the time. And I took my first class with a dancer by the name of Dorit. She still dances to this day. She's amazing. And it was wonderful. And then afterwards, we found a Black belly dancer in Brooklyn. At the time, that's where I lived. And her name is Jada. And she ended up being my teacher for years. And it just grew from there. I just loved it.
Wow. So does it make you feel good? Is it more like a soothing type situation? Like, what vibes does it give you when you're dancing?
Okay. It's kind of a mix, right? So I would say for me, it's sensuality, right? Okay. It gives you that, it's feminine. It's like the most feminine thing you can do. There are a lot of pops and locks and things like that, but for the most part, it's very smooth and feminine, and I guess it like emphasizes everything female. So like the female shape, like some of the movements, it's all about your body. And what I love about it is that any shape, size, everybody can do it.
Really? See, now that's something I would have never thought.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, how long did it take you to perfect it? You know, how long did it take you to actually feel comfortable to do it in front of crowds?
Well, if you had a teacher like the one I had, she doesn't give you much time. So I started in 2009, that summer, and by 2010, I was in my first show.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's not a lot of time. If you think about any kind of dance, whether it's ballet or hip hop, you usually don't perform that quickly. But she was like, "Oh, you just can't call yourself a belly dancer if you haven't done a show.
You have to do a show."
Yeah, I was a baby belly dancer back then. I was like, I can't call myself a belly dancer. I'm belly dancer every weekend. You know, we're here. And she's like, "No, you have to perform." And so my first show, it was 3 months afterwards, and I performed with a friend of mine, the same one that got me into it, and we did a duet. Okay. That was nice for your first show, but you're not doing that again, and you're going to do a solo. And so that was the one I did in 2010. It was a solo, and I was like, oh, but I tranced out. I felt like I went somewhere else, and I just like woke up at the end of it. It was amazing.
So where did belly dancing like originate from? Like, what is the start of it? Why is it so, if that makes sense? You know, like, where did it start from? What made people decide, okay, belly dancing? Is it also soothing for the audience?
So belly dance started, the base of it is in Egypt. Okay. And so in Egypt, they do it for social events. And I want to say prior to the 19th century, it was like all social. Like, it wasn't really a performance type dance as we know it today. But a lady by the name of Badia Masabi, she elevated the dance completely. And that was during the early 19th century or early 20th century. And what she did was the costume, she had a casino. Like, she was ahead of her time, you know, so she had a casino, and she gave the dancers a stage, and she glamorized it, and they had an audience. And because of her, we do it like a performance now instead of like a social thing. So she started it, and during that time, I would say it was called something, the golden era, right? Okay. And so a lot of new stuff came out of the golden era, and that lasted a while. And then it became popular all over the world. And over here in the US, they developed their own style, called tribal, and that's super popular. My favorite style is Egyptian. That's the one I have always loved. And yeah, so that's how it started. Yeah.
So when you say your favorite style is Egyptian, so depending on the different styles, that kind of takes as far as what you're doing, you know, as far as the movements and stuff?
Yeah. So Egyptian style is different from Lebanese style, which is different from North African dance. They don't even consider themselves belly dance. Yeah. Moroccans have their own dance. I've taken a class or classes with Warda. She's like amazing. Then you've just got styles all over the place. And the new style, Russian style. So they got the Russian belly dancers who are influenced by, you know, their classical ballet. And then you've got Argentinian dancers that are influenced by what they do. Hi, Katrina. I'm sorry, I just thought I'd come across. And Katrina's one of the Black belly dancers in the community.
Okay, Katrina, we have to have you on one day. Or both of y'all, so we can kind of do it together. I want to learn.
Yeah. So they all have their different like stylized moves, and I mean it's awesome.
So what was the hardest technique to learn? Is it actually the hip thing? Is it the hip or is it the belly? You know, the little
the shimmy.
Oh, that's what it's called, a shimmy.
That's one. Yeah.
I know that has to be hard.
The shimmy, so I'm very particular about shimmies, right? I'm very particular. And in my opinion, shimmies take a while to develop. And it took me 2 years to perfect the shimmy that I wanted. Okay. And it's moving your hips, but it powers from your knees.
Really?
Powering it from your legs, and it makes the hips move. It's a complicated movement that can get better and better and better over time.
And see, that's something I was going to ask, and I know it's a dumb question because I just asked you this question, but it just don't seem like you can learn that. Or maybe because I just can't dance. I have no rhythm. So for someone like me who just has no rhythm at all, is it possible for somebody like me?
It's for everyone.
Really?
Everyone, yes. So for example, we're gonna start from hip circles, big movements, which you can see, right? Mm-hmm. Those are beautiful, and advanced belly dancers do those movements all the time. So we don't just have to focus on the ones that require rhythm, you know, but like hip circles and chest pop, like it's doable. It's doable.
I never knew you so.
I sent you a hip scarf.
I know Alan told me. I haven't received it yet though.
Oh.
So hopefully it'll be coming soon. But yeah, he told me. So that's what I was saying before the show started. Well, once it started, I was like, I hope I can speak this into existence. And maybe one day we can get together and kind of, you know, do something together, you know, like on camera.
Yeah.
What's Alan doing? Do something on camera, you know, trying to teach me a little something. I know it's not going to be like, because I'm bad at it. You'll probably get aggravated and say, you know what, this is not going to be it, because I'm not good at dancing. I'm not good at learning.
No. I wouldn't get aggravated at all. I find joy in doing it, because to me, it's about the connection. So we're making a connection. It's not about perfection. Even to this day, like I feel like you cannot consider yourself a dancer if you're not learning. So right now I'm taking classes with one of my favorite belly dancers, Shahrazad, and I'm taking African dance. And in different things, just because I have to grow. Like I'm growing. I'm a belly dancer. But,
do you see yourself doing this for like a long time? Like, do you see yourself like this is, you know, like this is something you want to do?
Forever.
Really?
Forever. I see myself with gray hair. I see myself with locks with gray hair. With gray hair.
I love it.
Yeah, I want to dance forever, because you know what? I saw this like study, and they were saying what is the number one thing that combats Alzheimer's? Mm-hmm. It's movement. It's not puzzles. It's not brain work activity. It's none of that. It's movement. And so I want to move till I die. Like
I believe that. I honestly believe that, because I know I hear a lot of people tell the older, you know, generation, stay busy. stay doing something, do outside yard work, do something, moving. So that makes sense. I might have to, like, do you teach? Do you like do online classes for individuals?
Yeah. So right now I'm doing it on demand. So we're currently in this scholarship fund. And so I'm participating in that, and all the proceeds from the last class went to the scholarship fund.
Oh, wow.
So I teamed up with the scholarship team, and we're doing the next 3 months. We've already penciled it in. It's already there. And we're doing classes for the next 3 months, and half of those proceeds will go towards scholarship.
So let me ask you, with the classes, like let's say a girls' night, if I wanted to hire you for a girls' night, is that something you offer as well? Something for us to do, virtual and learn with you just for the night, something fun?
Yeah, I've done those before. Those are a lot of fun. Yeah, like a group of friends.
Right.
I've done that. I decided to do like a fusion. And so one class, it was belly dance, but also it was floor work. And so we didn't use the typical oriental style of music. We used R&B, like slow R&B.
Wow, that would be so fun.
Connect, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if you listen to something that you don't know whatsoever, and you're doing movement that you don't know, you might not connect. So we did it with R&B, and they had fun.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get with you after hours, like we're at work or something, right? But that's something I want to do. Do you ever, and I know the whole thing with COVID and everything like that, but do you ever come in and perform? Like, are you doing that now? Like, are you performing now?
Yeah, it's mostly virtual shows.
Okay.
So that's what's been happening with COVID. A lot of performers have been doing that versus, going out. But there are some brave souls who are still going out, and it's cute. I've seen what they do. They'll put on a mask, and then they'll put on like a drapery around the face, which is crystal. It's gorgeous.
Wow, I bet that is
creative with it.
Have you considered doing it since you've seen that it's so glamorous?
Oh, I love it. But right now I just have a 1-year-old son.
Oh, okay.
I'm being super duper, cautious.
Safe. I definitely understand. Now, I did see some footage of you. You were dancing while you were pregnant. Was that hard, or is the same feel?
It's not. It wasn't the same feel at all.
I didn't expect you to say it wasn't.
Oh no, it was not. I belly dance as far as like taking classes. After my 3rd month, the first 3 months.
Right.
Be careful, sit down somewhere. But after that, month 4, month 5, I was traveling. I was going to classes. I was doing it, but I didn't want to do a show yet, because I'm like. Okay. When you're first pregnant, it's a little belly, but people might just assume it's not a belly from a baby anyway. So when I got bigger, I was like, I think I want to do it. And I put it in the universe, like I want to do a show. And I did 2 shows when I was pregnant.
Wow.
I did 2 shows when I was pregnant, and I was like 7 months. And
were you? April asked a question. Do you be sore afterwards? Not necessarily while you were pregnant, but just in general. Are you sore after your performances or learning it?
I would say taking classes, you can be sore. Yeah, you definitely can be, especially when you start activating muscles that you haven't thought about. Like, for example, in belly dance, we have to keep our arms lifted for a lot of movement, right? For certain stylized movement. And you keeping your arms up, the shoulders, all this is going to be on fire, and if you have those people that are like, then it's like, oh my God, and imagine that for 60 minutes. Other movements we're utilizing, like chest drops. Like, when do you ever do that?
Yeah.
So it's going to be a little bit sore, in your chest cavity, things like that. But it's a low impact dance. And so your joints are never going to be strained. You can do the dance forever, because of that. But it'll definitely give you a cardio workout.
Okay. Now, you mentioned 60 minutes. Is this just the training, or you actually perform for an hour?
So that would be the training. So these the type of class, especially if you take with a master teacher, they're not going to come in and teach you for half an hour. They're going to do a 60-minute a 2-hour class, a 3-hour workshop, and you're gonna be pooped afterward. But as far as performing, no, belly dancers will never perform for 60 minutes. The show usually is 15 minutes.
Okay.
Short, but it's 15 minutes straight of giving your all.
Right. Phew, I can imagine.
Yeah.
So how much do you charge for a session? Like a virtual session for a ladies' night?
The prices vary generally, but $12 is what I'm charging right now, just because it's virtual.
Okay.
Oh, my sister's checking it. Just because it's virtual, but it honestly depends. It depends what your goals are for the class, who's coming to the class,
That's awesome. So I definitely, we have to get together because we should do this one day. And the ladies are here, like even for my cousin's having her New Year's Eve pajama jam is for a housewarming. So that would be fun, just to do a quick session, something different. I would love to do that. Are we on? Look, you just got hired. Look. But are you busy for New Year's Eve night? It don't have to be midnight, like what time it starts, Stacey? Start at 9. So would that be too late, like a 10 o'clock p.m. type night? Is that too late?
Think so. I don't think. Let's work out the details. I haven't been doing much for New Year's. Everything's changed. So.
Oh yes, I'll definitely be reaching out to you. Melvin said belly dancing can be very sexy off R&B songs.
It is. And at the time, one of the Weeknd songs was out.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God. We had so much fun. Yes.
I'm so ready.
We said anything, whatever your musical preference is. I know somebody that does a Halloween show every year. And Layla Isis, she's amazing. And so she put on, I'm sorry, not Layla Isis, Layla. She put on a show, and I was in it. And it was, oh, my God, what's the name of the disco singer? There's a disco singer. It starts with a D. I can't remember. Donna Summer. Oh, that was
okay.
The whole show, everybody danced to Donna Summer.
Wow.
And it sounds like it'd be kind of strange, but it was amazing. Yeah, so
this sounds like so much fun. It's amazing that I was able to meet you, because actually I just never thought I would be able to sit down and have a conversation with a belly dancer. We see it on TV, we see individuals talking about it, but we don't know that you'll actually meet someone that actually does it, and enjoy it. So this is awesome. And I thank you for even taking the time to do it virtual, to teach the young ladies, to teach us, just to have fun, have a good night. Now, I don't know if you will, Melvin. Melvin said, can you give us an example, please? I don't know if you're willing to give us an example, but one day I hope we can come back on when I do get the scarf and kind of do it.
Absolutely.
Is there a website that we can get like clothes, for our New Year's Eve night, so we can be like,
yeah. I would recommend, honestly, right now, just because of everything, Amazon.
Okay.
So if you just look up hip scarves, like the one I sent you is from Amazon. There are other like better quality, but the Amazon ones are. Actually, I have it just here. This hip scarf is from Amazon. This is one of my favorite types. Is the fringe, but also they have the ones with the coins that make noise. So I would suggest that for you guys, just because it adds to the fun.
So do we need to have on, like, what we just wear tights and a cami or something like that with the hip scarf?
Yeah, there's something that shows your body. So not like sweatpants, not that kind of stuff. So form-fitting leggings, form-fitting type of top, and the hip scarf. You really don't honestly need much.
This is going to be so much fun. I cannot wait. So I'm definitely going to, after the show, just stay on. And I'm not going to keep you too long, just stay on so we can kind of, because this is something we definitely want to do. Like, we know this right now, that we want to do this for that night. But is there anything else like you would share with us about belly dancing, about anything that you just want to put out there in the universe? Anything that you can think of?
Like I said, I know we talked about this for 2 seconds, the whole Alzheimer's thing. movement is everything. Like, I don't know what it is. Tanisha said you will be sore. Movement is everything. And so some days where, especially during this time, you might not be feeling too great, just getting up and doing something like dance, it will turn your day around. I really enjoy doing that and giving that to people. I'm looking forward to it too, Tanisha. And yeah, just spreading love in that kind of way. I would definitely say for anybody who loves to do something where they're not going to strain their joints and they want to do it for a long time, take a belly dance class. Like, I have so many recommendations about who to take. You'll enjoy it.
Well, I appreciate that. And that's the truth. You know, we have to move. It keeps us feeling young and youthful, you know? So we got to use these muscles and everything to keep us going and looking young and youthful. Yeah. So this was, you know, I appreciate you coming on. I don't want to butcher your name, Shari. Is that right?
No, you saying it in a way. It's Shari.
Shari. I said Shari the first time. Shari. I'll never get it right. I'm sorry. But I really I enjoy this. I really had a good time, and I can imagine the next time. So are you okay with coming on to do like a 15-minute session or something on live?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So as soon as I get a hip scarf, I'll have Alan reach out to you and we can set up another date so we can you know, try to learn something. Yeah. I know I'm gonna get a lot of laughs because I'm so not good at this, but I'm gonna try my hardest.
I'm looking forward to it, Freema. I had a great time talking.
I had a great time. Thank you so much for sharing, you know, your life with us today. I really appreciate it. Kudos to you. Keep doing what you're doing. You're amazing. I can just feel your energy. So I thank you so much for that. And I look forward to talking to you. Well, it will be December the 31st for our show. So stay on afterwards so we can go ahead and put it in on the calendar.
Absolutely.
So you guys, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for, you know, commenting, replying to us, and just, you know, sitting in and speaking with us for this little 30-minute session. We appreciate it. And as we always say on Let's Sip and Talk with Freema, peace and love. And if any one of you guys want to come on the show and just share your journey, reach out to me. We can do it. So let's do it. We always learn stuff from each other. So I learned something today that this belly dancing may save my life when I get older in the future, because I'm going to learn to use it. I promise you that. So again, peace and love. Y'all have a great Sunday and have a blessed work week next week, and Merry Christmas.
Yes.